brought 2. Would you like to cook?
Yes.
Have you ever cooked a cheesesteak?
I've never cooked a cheesesteak.
Okay.
Seriously.
First time for everything.
And my first one is seitan and mushrooms. No one's ever gonna forgive me.
Looking good, chef.
Oh, please.
Looking good.
You just might make a vegan out of me yet.
You heard it here.
I'm Alex Guarnaschelli, and I love a great food story. So I'm hitting the road to meet the people behind some of Philly's most beloved restaurants. This is Fix Me a Plate, Philadelphia.
Philadelphians love good food. We're born and raised Philadelphians. And the one thing we grew up eating is that you just wanted really good food. We don't mess around. It's not pretentious, it's not fancy, it's not all the little flowers on the plates. It's really good food that speaks to you.
I think we're just known as like hardcore fans, and we get behind our sports teams, we get behind our food, and we call people out if it's not so great or if it's like a bad value. You know, like people care about good quality here, and they won't tolerate a ton of pretense. They'll see right through that.
They do see right through that, yeah.
Or taste right through it.
No BS. That's Philly food.
You're telling me that this is my new Philly cheesesteak for fall.
I think so. I think it's your new Philly carrot for fall.
Okay, great.
What we want to do is put the vegetables in the center of the plate where the meat was before. Because, you know, we're a very meat-focused culture. We want to see protein, starch, veg. That's how I grew up. That's probably how you grew up. But, you know, what if the vegetable was in the center of the plate? So you have to do a lot to it. And our carrots go through like a 4-step process to get onto the plate. You got to open them up. We got to get some flavor into them, get some smoke into them. But most importantly, it's about the texture.
All right. That's not a carrot.
It's more than a carrot. See what I mean about the texture, though? The texture change. It's easy to change the flavor. Changing the texture is the trick.
It's also sweet, but it's super meaty.
Yeah.
And I love the grill on the outside. You have to really sell grill marks to me because I think they often obliterate.
Oh yeah.
And in this case, I think it totally steakifies your carrot.
Yeah, I like that.
How do you feel about the change this is affecting? Or is there a change? I mean, I just find this so, it's not traditional.
No, well, I think it also goes in this farm-to-table mindset. What are we looking at when we're doing farm-to-table? It's like this simplicity of bringing food right from the farm onto your plate. This is straightforward food. And I think this is what people want these days. The idea that you're going to manipulate your food onto the plate to make it something it's not, to make you
Fit in.
Right. It's really, I think we're moving away from that.
There was this moment where we rebranded as Vedge and really put vegetables front and center. And I think that was super cool because Philly really embraced that, and it worked really well.
I loved the flavors of cheesesteak when I was a kid, before I went vegetarian. You know, and a lot of people think, well, listen, it's sacred to Philly. Don't be blasphemous. Don't mess with the sacred cheesesteak. We're just having fun.
Okay, so when you want meat, you turn to mushrooms to kind of fill that void.
I think it makes a great cheesesteak-like sandwich filling. I have a whiz made from rutabaga.
Hold on a minute. I'm sorry. You had me.
I had you?
And now you're telling me we're eating rutabaga cheese?
Rutabaga cheese. Now this is done with nutritional yeast
Oh,
and
it's so
onions,
delicious.
a little bit of miso. You know, miso, just a little dab, brings out the cheesiness of everything. Now here's the Philly maneuver. You gotta flip it right into the roll. There you go. Oh, look at that. It's beautiful. Oh, you're natural.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that.
When I grow up, I'm gonna be a chef. This is really good. That's really good.
Thanks.
I came here today with a little bit of a smirk. Like I think many people do. Not an adversarial or snotty, but just kind of like...
Skepticism, sure. Yeah, we get it.
It tastes like meat, but it has so much more flavor.
Yeah, and the mushrooms add to it, don't you think?
Oh, I think it's everything. I think it's the soy. I think it's that little bit of Worcestershire. There's a lot of umami and je ne sais quoi.
You said it. You said it, not me.
This doesn't feel like food that's eliminated things to become what it is. It just feels like fully formed ideas.
Sure. I mean, it's not an apology on a plate. The one compliment we never want to get is you're a great vegan restaurant. We don't want to be a great vegan restaurant. We want to be a great restaurant. And we want to be a great restaurant that only serves vegetables. You know, you have steakhouses, you have seafood houses. We're a vegetable house. That's what we want to do. We
I
love
like
to
that.
cook.
And the whole idea was not about sacrifice. It wasn't about fakeness either. It wasn't about like finding some processed food and replacing. It was all about just trying to, you know, focus on certain things and then elevate them and make them as delicious as anything else.
One thing I'll tell you have in spades is the lusciousness. Look at when I've cut into it, look at, it's got a succulence to it that you guys understand. I think that's the love you have for each other and the food. It comes out in how you treat things, but they are still themselves.
Our staff's gonna roll their eyes when I say this because they hear it from me every day.
Eye roll check.
All the food has to be shiny and juicy because it should look like the cookbooks. It should look like TV.
I don't miss anything. I'm not pining. And yet, this is kind of a love letter to me, this restaurant, in its way.
That's interesting, yeah.
A
Yeah,
love
I've never
letter
heard
to
it said like that, yeah.
meaniness. I just feel like you guys embody change, and yet you're also kind of making sure in your way that things stay the same. Kudos to you.
Change tastes good.